This is your weekend market review for Friday, June 28th, 2024. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review for Friday, June 28th, 2024. Hopefully you're having a great week. As we talked about, end of the quarter, end of the month can be choppy and sloppy. We talked about how Fridays that end quarters and month typically end red. If you played this morning's pop and then shorted it, you hit the sweet spot. I know a lot of folks are doing excellent, and I appreciate all the love, support, the generous donations. You guys are great. I love all the feedback, love knowing how well you guys are doing. I think there's some folks who sometimes overthink the market. Again, I expect the market to come down at some point, but it doesn't necessarily mean it has to. And if you're trading around certain names, playing positions, you're actually killing it. And again, the biggest fear that I have for people is just staying ultimately long forever, not expecting the unexpected, which is, again, the recession is coming. Or if not, it's already here. The data, again, continued to show weakness this week, and it should get worse, in my opinion, going into the election, because I don't think they'll be able to hold this thing up or rationalize any sort of fiscal actions, because I think people are going to, the Congress is just going to kick the can down the road waiting for the election. So, new to the channel, check out the Discord room, link in the description below. We know going into next week, we have some jobs number, a bunch of it, a light week with other than the jobs on Friday, and it is the 4th of July. So typically holiday weeks can be pretty choppy, and they typically should be bullish. And again, new money, new month, potentially rise, light volume. So follow on Twitter if you have any questions. Again, posted a ton of trades on there, shout outs. If you need help, use the Calendly link. I promise it's well worth it. Let me know how I can help you. Again, take 20, 30 minutes to chat, whether it's real estate, trading, discipline, setting up things, trading platforms, you name it, I got you. Also, check out the website, tradingagent.com. Tons of information on here. I appreciate everybody. And again, the goal is this: to turn the profits into properties and passive income. Keep it simple, stupid. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate it. Again, leave a comment below, hit the heart button. You guys are amazing. I really do appreciate all the love, support. You guys make my day. So I'm just reading some of y'all's trades, and again, when then someone throws in a little tip for the dealer popping out trades, again, I appreciate it. Y'all know I'm trying to do my best to help everyone out and grow. Again, it's not always linear. It's like anything. All right, so what do we know? There's not going to be a rate cut potentially until September. If there is a rate cut in September, again, I would think that things are getting worse. That's my call on that. We've talked about over and over and over, right? The Feds are kind of stuck. Inflation's sticky. And the only way they can really rationalize cutting is if black swan event, something bad happens, or the economy falls off a cliff. Banking crisis, black swan event, you tell me. Good old Bitcoin, as we've talked about, going to be chopping around here. Don't really expect much till the Fed pivots. But here's the thing about it, though. Do not be surprised over the weekend if you get some choppy action. It's tough to trade this, and meaning like it's at the bottom of the range. Again, if you want to take stabs to find your risk, it's like anything. You can do anything at levels, but just be careful. Again, I don't trust Bitcoin, gold, materials, any of that crap. Again, I will when the Feds go full pivot, start flushing liquidity into the system on hyperdrive. Oil, we talked about, not much downside long term, in my opinion, especially when you like throw in the idea that we have to refill the SPR. We all know that. Natty gas, as we talked about, pulling back. Did I not refresh oil? Oops, I appreciate it. Sorry. No, it's holding up pretty well. That's what I kind of thought. Natural gas, though, here's the thing. I love natural gas long term. I think at these prices down here in the ones, if you get it, we talked about buying down here, shorting KOLD. All right, cool. Let it play out. I mean, he might form some sort of head and shoulders top here. I don't know. Fill the gap. Again, I'm not much into technical trading on futures, but I wouldn't be surprised at the retest of the range low at some point. All right, good old dollar. Again, I'm on record. It's the best floating turd in the toilet of turds, right? All currencies, in my opinion, are trash. TLT, this is not what market did not like this. Again, I'm on record. I like buying bonds. If again, there's going to be market pullback, shortage, or sorry, in the market is going down and you're shorting TLT, people will probably be looking for not dollar, but just keep preserving their capital. They'll buy treasuries, and well, glad I haven't put that trade on you. I said be careful. Yeah, I did not expect that. And so we're back at some support here. We'll see. VIX, again, it's just too low in my opinion. I mean, this is just bonkers. Look at the wick today. VIX, again, did not show any weakness. To me, it's, well, again, I mean, the wick, but here, look at it again. Every time we got down to this range low, we've bounced. Again, I'm expecting more market pain in time, and the bigger move will be when it's bigger. We'll see. SPY, again, if you shorted the AM, congrats. Look at that. Again, people are like, oh, the market's been holding. I'm like, but it's interesting because if you go look at the end of day action for like the last, it feels like forever. I mean, there's sell candles every day to end the day. QQQ, same kind of thing. Looks up, retest. Rather sneaky, right? Look at that. And you had great references. Why you just got to know your levels. IWM, as I've talked about, this lagging. People shorted yesterday, but that's hard on that morning pop because again, I think the market popped this morning because it was clear as day that Biden is done weekend at Bernie, and that at some point, they're gonna have to put someone else out there, and so I think the market anticipates Trump winning in a landslide. Dia, here we go. I mean, again, it's been leading up and then starting to lag last couple months. Gold, love gold long term. Just don't trust it here. And silver, again, don't trust any of this stuff. Again, I will wait for the pullback. If you study the past, like I have, you've been trading this stuff forever. When the market gets murdered, it gets pulls back hard. GDX, GDXJ, all this stuff. Again, love it long term. Let it pull back near term. Just don't trust it. Don't trust it. AEM, I know it's a gap up and fail. AG, I mean, this thing should be at like 7 or 8, not even close. Yikes. Newmont, again, why is AG so low? Right, Newmont, this should be in the 80s. It's not. PAAS, another name that just makes you scratch your head. Right? Got to be careful. Taiwan Semi, again, they bought this at the open and gave it back to the 8 and 10 day. Micron, we talked about, Macron. What are they calling it? Macron. Gaps down on earnings. Again, we talk about competition is coming in the chip sector, and I'm not talking about chocolate chips. I'm talking about all chips. You better hold this 130s. AM Dizzle. Again, this one's been, I'm not surprised it bounced a little bit. It just seems to be stuck. I mean, your guess is good as mine if you want to buy it. NVDA, again, love this short. Love it. Absolutely love it. People are like, oh, you're crazy. I'm like, no. You got to be higher than a mother to be buying this thing. Now, again, shorting on the way up near the highs. Near term, look what 8, 10 day just chop around. SMCI closes at the low of the day. Again, this one's tough. Thought it would go to range highs, didn't. Now you have like an outside bar on both sides. Again, if the market pulls back, this will pull back. Intel chopping around at the lows, trying to get over the 50 again. I mean, if you really want to play the, again, I'm gonna be evidence based. I'm trying to think like somewhere around here. I mean, if you can get over that. I mean, there might be some points in there for you guys if you want to go fish. Might be worth a trade. I don't know. Again, you can't go wrong with the stop. SMH, look at that pop up. Gives it all back. Adobe. Again, I like the short up here. I've not taken stabs to end the quarter yet. I honestly just kind of forgot about it. I'm kind of pausing here thinking I guess it looks like it could hold up a little longer. Again, I'm not going to short it yet. I'm not going to step in front of that one yet. Apple, look at today's action, right? Look at the end of the day. It's like, ugh. It's just, man, carnage. Amazon, again, if you played the upside, we talked about rolling up stops near term. It could be kind of, I don't know, this could be the top, again, because you get first and last 3 business days of the month and quarter can be tops, not tapas, like from Spain. Or this could be continuation by the dip to break out even more later. Just be careful. Meta, again, hits range. Dink. CRM, holding up pretty well, actually. Got to give it credit. Hits the 50, 200 day. Now you got some references. Keep an eye on that. Guggenheim, again, broke out. Hits the channel high. Microsoft got liquidated into the close. It's tough to know, y'all. NDAQ, again, I'm not a fan of this. I think the exchange will be beaten over the long term. MicroStrategy, hey. I've said this, if you can't get up to the range highs, you come back to the range lows. This is always hard to trade in between ranges. I'm telling you, 10 cuidado. Netflix, which has been Netflix and Grill Bears, seems to be chopping up here. Roblox, again, I like this long term at lower prices. Keep an eye on it. Pan W, we talked about this breaking out this week. It's not really the candle you want to see, but you need more information because this could be a doji in between more move upside. Again, if you played the trades and you've played long, congrats. Just roll up your stops. Do not get too comfy in this market. It's the summer, y'all. Light volume action. It's going to be choppy, sloppy. Tesla, I mean, we're over the highs. I don't know why you wouldn't get to the 200 plus range, 200 day. Seems very likely. Insight, again, like this company long term, waiting for pullbacks. I like pullbacks in companies that I think will get bought out, especially when they're closer to the lows. Give me some 50 handle, holler at your boy. McDonald's, again, we've talked about this thing being a turd. I mean, it's just a matter of time before it breaks the 240s. DKNG, talked about near term being oversold. Again, I don't want to be like I told you so every time, but it said go from here down to here. It's probably going to chop around potentially. Airbnb fills the gap, gaps down. Now chopping, trying to fill the gap at the 50-day. Just kind of, again, nothing to do other than watch. Costco, this thing's been an absolute beast, holding up at the 20-day, cracking. Starbucks, if you shorted this at the 50-day, you're feeling pretty good about it. Patience. FedEx closed up into the 300. Again, I took a short on this, got stopped out, kind of gave up on it. Started watching some other things like the financials. Again, watch the first and last 3 business days. Could be a top for names like this. We'll see. I mean, could it keep crushing? You never know. Caterpillar got over the 20-day. Again, I mean, we talked about this being oversold near term. Would love a test of the 50, 100-day. Maybe this candle here. But right now, again, I mean, that's the thing. You can't short aggressively if the market's holding up, right? I mean, you can pick your names. I like NVDA because everyone's all in. But overall, I mean, trade around your positions. Go long and short. I know people doing both, and I respect it. Nucor, holding the range lows. Again, I'm not a big fan of shorting commodities right now, but I mean, they could go down. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I kind of like oil and gas. We'll talk about them when we get there, but VALE, I mean, chopping, right? Nothing really much there. Arrow, again, I like copper, but I don't trust it up here. CCJ, I hate when Goldman Sachs upgrades the highs. I don't like today's candle. That made an outside bar of the previous 3-day high, 3-day up move, and then engulfed it all in hours. Gave it back. New lows. Yikes. CF, again, we like ag long term. Just let it play out. They're all in the big chop cycles, right? They're just all in big, super duper chop cycles. NTR, super duper chop cycles. AA, again, we love aluminum long term. You have to. How would you not like aluminum? Right? It's going in everything. Just wait for a pullback. I was watching XLF today because this thing it opened at the highs and then it just gave it back all day. And again, watching the 100-day because, again, I believe banks carry all the risk. JP Morgan, saw this one kind of holding up pretty well. Didn't do anything with it today. Just watching it. Morgan Stanley Morgan holding up pretty well. Well, I guess at the 20, 50-day cross. Bank of America, I mean, this is one that's been holding up better. Right? But it's just chopping. I mean, remember, bank earnings are coming soon in a couple of weeks, or maybe 2 weeks, if I remember right. Goldman hits the range highs. I posted on this KRE dead cat bounce maybe to end the quarter, start the new month. I'd be watching the 50 year. Again, I didn't jump on any of these because, again, new money, new month could come in and pile into some names that have been, I don't know, considered oversold, chopping around. I don't know. People might buy financials. XBI, this is the name, just watching. Nothing really going on here. Again, this is a risk on name that is not showing any risk on. XHBs, we talked about the housing index, just seems to be stuck at the range lows. If that breaks, look out below. Solar, again, I like the solar short, and now even more when Trump is starting to lead in the polls because solar is going to get absolutely throttled. Sedge, again, I don't think there's much downside here near term. I mean, it's oversold. I would look at the other names, ENPH for solar. Yikes, they could get clobbered. And speaking of getting clobbered for solar, you're welcome. Talked about it, filling the gap, chopping around. And then again, I mean, we talked about this in the Discord room. If you were watching and paying attention, we said Trump strength, again, whether you like him or not, I mean, that's not the point. If Trump's leading in the polls, solar's probably heading south to a certain level. Keep that in mind. HYG, hopefully that trade. Keep that trade. Short solar, long oil and gas when Trump's leading, in my opinion, potentially. We'll see, again. But there might be better shorts than going long oil and gas. HYG, again, you got to be crazy to be buying it. Oil, holding up. Yeah. UNG, again, give it. I mean, again, I don't think I feel like oil and gas might be due to pullback price-wise, but we'll see what the oil and gas stocks. Again, I hate the UNG. Again, we talked about if you took profits in the KOLD in the 30s, you're feeling good, playa. Come on, let it get up a little higher. I'm telling you, I love the short on that. XOP, again, I like the idea of oil and gas names. If Trump is acting rational. No, again, if Trump's winning. ExxonMobil in the polls. Look at that gap up today. Got over it, gave it all back. It's a little tough. Occidental, again, I like Oxy. Buffett's just selling calls and puts, just chilling on it. It's playing in this big range. CVE, again, we like this name long term, letting it pull back. It's been, I mean, again, it's in a big chop cycle. Congratulations, we traded it and just kind of watching now. Valero, again, gasoline names, slightly oversold. They make sense if they're bouncing here on a Friday. EQT, I like this one long term, waiting for a pullback. And last but not least, Flex LNG. Again, I think will be big time natural gas exporters. So going into next week, again, beware. Light volume week, holiday week, probably not. Again, you could get stretched around very easily on light volume. You have the 4th of July on Thursday. I mean, what else do you got going on? I mean, non-farm payroll, jobs. You got some factory orders. Again, earnings, pause. I mean, blackout. Earning blackout has starting, like stock buyback blackout. So be careful. If you have any questions, again, please don't hesitate to reach out. Always here. Again, if you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, please reach out to your boy. I would appreciate it because, again, you get 2 agents for the price of 1, and I'd love to guide you on some of your processes. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.